Hi everybody, we're here at Van Isle Labradoodles, and guess what? We have all 10 of these medium Australian Labradoodle puppies here for their 2-week update. This is the chocolate truffle party litter, and these guys are growing by leaps and bounds. And also, because it is our 2-week update, we have a major milestone for this litter. So we're going to give you a little update on the litter as a whole, and then we are going to go through each puppy and let you know how much weight they've gained and what's new with them. So the litter overall is doing fabulously. The weight gain is incredible. Breezy, their mom, has 10 puppies to feed, and she's doing it seamlessly. Quite often when you have 10 puppies, you need to come in and you need to help her. You need to put 5 puppies on, take 5 puppies off, put the next 5 on, and so on. So usually that means, as the breeder, you don't get too much sleep. But we are so lucky with Breezy. The only time she wakes us up is at about 5 in the morning when she's ready to go outside. But otherwise, through the night and through the day, she has everything under control. She is a remarkable mom. And these puppies are really content, really calm, and part of that is because she has a great supply of milk. And we think that that's partly due to Breezy and her natural ability to have a good milk supply, but it's also, we feel strongly that it's in large part due to the fact that Breezy's on a 100% raw diet, and all of our girls who are on a raw diet, we find, have more robust puppies. So let's get to the fun part. Let's talk about each puppy. And we're going to start with Brown Collar Boy. Not only is he right here, easy for me to get, but he is also first on our list for weights. So guess what? Here's the big milestone. If you take a look, his eyes are open. He is now able to see some big blurry shapes that move in the world. And you'll notice that his eyes and everybody else's eyes are blue. All puppies are born with blue eyes. His eyes are going to change to brown eyes as he matures. And the other exciting news about Mr. Brown Collar Boy is he is a brown and white parti, as we knew, but we can tell now he is actually also a phantom. If we look really carefully at the side of his face, we'll see that he has phantom markings. Now, we won't see the rest of the phantom markings that we would normally see here on his paws and under his tail, because he is white there. So that's what we call an invisible phantom. So isn't he a special little guy? Not only that, but he's absolutely adorable. He is extraordinarily outgoing. He has a really feisty personality, and he is the one with this adorable half and half ear. So he has a chocolate and white ear. I just think that's the cutest, right, buddy? And Mr. Brown Collar is up to 970 grams. So he's closing in on that 2-kilogram mark. Oh, and speaking of the phantom markings, before I forget, here's a really good example of an invisible phantom. You'll see he has phantom markings over his right eyebrow, but over his left, there's nothing there, because over his left eyebrow is white. So this is our little miracle boy. So he's actually a tri. So he's white, brown, and he has the tan. Awesome puppy. So that's Mr. Brown Collar Boy. Now we're going to take a look at Red Collar. And this Red Collar, she is one of the girls in the litter. Hello, beauty queen. And she also has really interesting markings. She's a phantom. And if you've watched our other videos on this litter and many of our other litters, you'll probably know that phantoms are tan points. Just like we were talking about in Brown Collar, you can see with her, she's not a tri. She only has 2 colors. So she has the chocolate brown, and then she has these tan points. So the points, if they're visible, unlike they are in Brown Collar, you can see go halfway up her leg, across her chest, on the side of her face, over her eyebrows, and if you look, they're also under her bum. So that's what they look like if you are able to see them. And if Brown Collar wasn't also a parti, he would look just like Red Collar Girl. And there she's showing you her beautiful little eyes. And you'll notice she does have some white as well. So she has this pretty little goatee and then a little smidge of white on her chest. That's just some white abstract markings. It's not enough to qualify her as an actual tri, but she probably would be able to produce tricolor puppies. And Miss Red Collar Girl, she weighs 920 grams. So close in size to Mr. Brown Collar. She's a really nice little girl. We like her. And next we're going to take a look at Purple Collar. Purple Collar is the puppy in the litter without a collar. He got rid of his collar quite early on. Actually, it wasn't him. It was the other dogs were pulling it off. And so we've just left it off. We know which one he is. Now, Purple Collar is a chocolate and white parti. He doesn't have any phantom markings. He is just a regular parti. And that's where the body is at least 50% white and then another dark color. And in this case for him, it's chocolate. This is a handsome fellow, and these markings are so pretty. And of course, as the puppies get older, the marks get a little bit bigger, so he'll have more brown on him. And Mr. Purple Collar, guess what? He's the first puppy that we're going through that breaks the kilogram mark. So he is 1,090 grams, so already over 2 pounds. Told you Breezy's doing a great job feeding everybody. Oh, and we can just take a look over here and see how typically calm and relaxed these puppies are. Upside down. And you can hear Brown Collar. I told you he was the feisty one, already barking and letting all of us hear his voice. The puppies are still deaf. They can't hear anything yet. So next we're going to take a look at Yellow Collar. Another one of these beautiful chocolates. And Yellow Collar is a girl. And here she is. And I wonder if she's going to show us her eyes. Nope, I don't think so. Yellow does not have her eyes fully open yet. She does have some slits, but she's not ready quite to look at the whole world yet. She wants to just keep it all nice and dark and cozy for a while. And you can see Miss Yellow, she has that pretty little goatee, all compliments of the paternal grandma Bijou. And then she has a tiny little bit of white down on her chest here, but not much. Mostly she's a solid chocolate. Beautiful head, nice short nose, just a darling little girl. And she is also over the 1 kilogram mark, weighing 1,080 grams. Just a beautiful puppy. There you go, sweetheart. And then we'll look at this puppy here right beside her, which is Orange Collar. Another one of these delicious chocolate puppies. And Orange is a boy. And Orange has a smaller goatee and no other white, so he basically is a solid, and his eyes are open. He is ready to greet the world and let his eyes show him what else there is to see. They don't see very much when their eyes first open. It's really all just a blur, but I'm sure that that's still quite a lot of sensory overload when you've lived in a dark, silent world. And you can see Orange Collar has beautiful caramel highlights on the top of his head. This is a beautiful puppy. Again, this gorgeous head. This is a trademark of this litter. And Orange Collar is also over 1 kilogram at 1,010 grams, doing wonderfully. Such a pretty boy. Now we're going to take a look at Green Collar. Green Collar is way over here. And this is our first puppy that has a different color. This is our beauty black and white party puppy. And this puppy is a boy. And he has just the cutest markings on his face. I love how they're all really quite even. And if you'll look really closely, you can see above his eyebrows, he has just a hint of the phantom markings. I think as he gets older, these eyebrows are really going to stand out. And that seems to be a Breezy trademark. In her other litter, we have several of the parties that have these adorable eyebrows. It really adds some interest to their face. And Mr. Green Collar, he does also have his eyes open. You can see those big blue peepers there. And he has a little less marking on his body. He has these beautiful distinctive spots down at the back of him. Just a gorgeous puppy. And he is 935 grams. So not quite as big as the last couple we looked at. There we go, sweetheart. Oh my goodness, so much talking. You'll notice that Breezy's not here, and that's why there's so much talking. Breezy just finished feeding them all, and she wanted to go out and have a break. So she's outside with our doggy nanny, and she's out playing ball for a little while, having a good time. Now, next we're going to look at Blue Collar, and that's back to chocolate again. Come here, Miss Blue, or Mr. Blue, can't remember. Blue is also a boy. Hello. And Blue is showing us his eyes. There we go. He's also showing us his beautiful pink mouth. And I'm not sure if he's going to open them too much. He's just getting started on having them open fully. They are open, and he does open them from time to time, but he doesn't have them open all the time like the other ones. So Blue also has Grandma Bijou's little goatee there, and a little smidge on his chest as well. But otherwise, he's another dark, beautiful chocolate dog. And Blue collar, he weighs 970 grams. Great size, really nice. So we'll put him back, and next we'll take a look at Silver collar. And Silver collar is upside down here, and she is the tiniest puppy in the litter, and she is our black phantom. So same as the first two puppies we looked at with the tan points, but she comes in black, and she has a little bit of a goatee too, and she has the white dipped toes and white on her chest. So she probably is technically maybe not quite a tri, but being close to a tri, as she does have a fair bit of white coloring. And Silver does have her eyes open. She is looking at the world, but right now she has them fully shut because she was sound asleep. And Silver is way tinier than everyone else. She's only 670 grams. So she's the little tiny baby out of the litter. She is the last born, and she definitely is the small one. Lots of personality though. Nothing lacking in her ability. And because her eyes are open and she's up on all fours, then you know that she's meeting all her milestones. Now let's take a look at Light Blue collar here. Light Blue is another one of these gleaming ebony puppies. And Light Blue is a girl, and she is a looker. Look at that face. She just has the most beautiful face, gorgeous high set ears, big open eyes, and the trademark goatee, which just sets all of the ebony off so nicely. And the rest of her, we just have this little smidge of white here. So she is a classic beauty, this one. The ear set is what sets off her face and makes her face so appealing. And Light Blue is weighing in at 930 grams. And she is probably the most quiet and calm puppy in this litter. She's just a real sweetheart. And last but not least is our upside down fellow here, Mr. Black Collar. And he's a chocolate, and he has quite a lot of white markings on him. I hate to disturb him. He's a little bit of a lighter brown color, if you can see there. He has more of a sort of a reddish rusty tone through his brown. So I expect when he matures, he'll be more of a milk chocolate color as opposed to the true dark as a puppy such as Orange Collar has. And there he is showing you his beautiful mouth. And he too has that famous white goatee. And then as you saw when he was upside down, he has quite a bit of white on his chest. And his eyes are open as well. He's looking at me. He can't tell it's me, but he is giving me a nice little bit of eye contact. So he can feel the vibration of my voice. He has no idea I'm making any sound, but he does know that vibration. Oh, and of course, we can't forget his little dip toes. Those are so adorable. And Mr. Black Collar is also over a kilogram at 1,020 grams. Hello, buddy. He's just a sweetheart. He's so relaxed up all the time. He and Silver Collar are the two that are upside down most frequently. So that's all the puppies, and you can see we have, I believe that's purple there, yes, upside down. They like to use one another as pillows, and sometimes you really wonder how they even breathe when they get in a big puppy pile. But they're all doing so well. We're just so proud of Breezy and how she manages this great big family of hers. They all have lovely temperaments, quiet and calm, and just doing really just so nicely. We really like this litter. And thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this litter, please give, or this litter, how about this video, please give us a thumbs up. And if you have any questions about the puppies, or if you have any questions about color, or anything to do with Labradoodles, or dogs in general, please feel free to ask them in the comments below. I love talking about Labradoodles, and so I'm happy to fill you in on any information. And just one final note, we do still have one companion puppy spot open in this litter. They're going home on October the 20th. We do live on Vancouver Island. We don't ship our puppies, but we can arrange for them to come to you with a flight nanny if you live outside of the Vancouver Island area. And if you're interested, please go to our website, vanisledoodles.com, and submit an application for our consideration. We'd love to be able to send one of these great dogs home with you. And thank you again for watching.